Hello and welcome to today's health education lesson. So first of all, guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our lap, and close our eyes. And when you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Excellent. And next we'll do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And we can begin by stretching up high to the sky. High as we can. And then let's go down low. Touch our toes. Now, let's go back up high again. And this time, can we go tippy-toe high? And while we're there, let's have a wave side to side. And then back down to touch our toes. And then let's stand up and have a shake, guys. Arms and legs. Have a shake. Arms and legs. And then we'll do some rotations. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Excellent. And now we'll do 5 stretches to our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll do 5 stretches to our left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. And have another shake. Shake it out again. And to finish, we'll do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So in previous health education classes, we've been learning about how the body grows. Remembering that when we are first born, we are infants. And then as we progress through our lives, we go through childhood, teenagers, adulthood, old age. And in the previous lesson, we learned about factors that can help our bodies to grow healthily. Now, the word that we use to describe our body getting the things that it needs to grow healthily begins with N. Can anybody remember the word? Nutrition. Yes, nutrition and good nutrition is essential in order for our bodies to develop and grow healthily. And then when we're fully grown, to maintain good health, we still need good nutrition. So let's write that word on the board first, guys. Nutrition, N, U, T, R, I, T, I, O, N. Nutrition. And nutrition is the things that the body needs. So thinking back to the previous lesson, when we were talking about how we can maintain and develop a healthy lifestyle, what factors can you remember? Sleep. Excellent. Sleep is a very important factor in us getting good nutrition. What would happen if you didn't sleep for 2 days? Imagine no sleep for 2 days. You would be very tired. You wouldn't be able to stand up. You wouldn't be able to do anything. Your body would have no nutrition. So sleep is very important. So let's write sleep on the board. S-L-E-E-P. Sleep. And who can remember what is the amount of hours that everybody needs sleep per night? 8 hours. 8 hours for an adult. But you guys are still young. You're still developing how many? Yes. Sleep, we should get 8 to 10 hours. H-O-U-R-S. Every night we should aim for between 8 and 10 hours. Any less than 8 hours isn't enough. And if we keep getting less than 8 hours every day, our bodies will feel worn down. So sleep was a very good example. And what other factors, guys? Exercise, yes. Our body needs exercise. Imagine if we did nothing, did no exercise, just sat around watching TV, eating bad food every day. What would happen? We'd be very unhealthy. So exercise is very important. How do we spell exercise, guys? E, X, E, R, C, I, S, E. Exercise. And how many hours of exercise per day should we get? 1 hour. Excellent, Lakgao. Well remembered. It's recommended that everybody, whether they're young or old, should have at least 1 hour's exercise per day. And exercise can be simple things like walking. It can be other things like riding a bike or playing sport. So exercise was 1 hour. Any other ideas, guys? What other things can we do to maintain healthy lifestyles?
Healthy food.
Very important. Healthy food. We need to eat food that gives our body the nutrients or the nutrition it needs. Imagine our bodies is like a car. The food that we take in is the fuel. If we have bad fuel, the car will run badly. But if we eat healthy food, which is like good fuel, our bodies will be good. So healthy foods, excellent answer. H-E-A-L-T-H-Y. And food, F-O-O-D. And remembering back to the last lesson, how many items of fruits or vegetables should we eat every day? What was recommended? Can we remember? How many different types of fruits or vegetables? Excellent, Prao. 5. We talked about our 5 a day. If we can eat 5 different vegetables or fruits per day, that is considered healthy. So 5 per day talks about fruits and vegetables. Now, thinking about things that we shouldn't do too much. TV and phone. Yes. Who likes to watch TV? Who likes to play with their telephone? We can do it, but can we do it all day? Yes, no, no, we cannot. If we do it all day, we'll be so worn out and we get square eyes. We can play TV and telephone, or phone for short, but who can remember the recommended time per day? How many hours? 15 hours? No. 2 hours. 15 per week, okay? 15 hours is good for a week, but 2 for a day. So TV and phone time, 2 hours. And then finally, there is a type of nutrient that we don't really want to have too much. And it's in a lot of our soda drinks. No sugary drinks. Yes, sugary drinks are really bad for our health. And they're particularly bad for our teeth. So try and avoid sugary drinks and have water, fruit juices, or milk. So final one, guys, no sugary drinks. N-O, sugary, S-U-G-A-R-Y, and drinks, D-R-I-N-K-S, no sugary drinks. And these were our 5 factors to getting the right nutrition for a healthy lifestyle. So let's read them all together one more time. Sleep for 8 to 10 hours. Okay, so tonight when you go to bed, remember not to wake up for at least 10 hours. Exercise. How many hours per day? 1 hour. So this evening, when you go home, think about what exercise you can do. Healthy food. How many fruits and vegetables per day? 5. But you can have more. You can have more, but try to eat at least 5. And then when you're home later, watch television or play with your phone. How many hours? 2 hours. And always remembering too, no sugary drinks. Bad for our bodies, bad for our teeth. And guys, that was well remembered. Excellent. What we're going to do today is we're going to continue looking at our bodies. We're going to look inside our bodies, okay? And inside our bodies, as well as all the vital organs like brain, heart, kidneys, and lungs, there are 3 types of materials that help our bodies to maintain their functions. The first one, bones. Okay? We have bones inside our body. The second one, muscles. Yes. And the third one that connects the bones together and helps us to move, joints. Okay? So the 3 things we're going to look at today, guys, all together, bones, muscles, and joints. Yes, these are all around our bodies and they're connected in various ways. So what we're going to do now is take a look at a PowerPoint presentation and also a video to help our students understand about the various types of bones, muscles, and joints we have inside our body. So let's turn to look at the TV screen, guys. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation about bones, muscles, and joints. Yes. And you can see in this picture here, guys, we have the 3 different types too. Who can tell me what this is? Bone. Yes. And then you see all these layers of flesh around the body. Muscles. And here, this is what we call a joint. Yes. And they are all inside our bodies. So let's find out more about these types of things. There are 206 bones in an adult human body. Can you believe it? Inside my body, I have 206 bones. But you guys, not yet. Your bodies are still forming. So when you're younger, when you're children, you don't have that many yet. But when you grow up, all of us in our bodies, 206 bones. And you can see all of them here. Our hands have many bones. Our arms, our legs, and our feet have many bones. Bones provide mobility, support, and protection for our body. Yes, you can see all these different activities that the children are doing here. Could they do them if they didn't have any bones? No, no way could we move. If we had no bones inside our body, we'd just be a floppy mess, skin. The bones are what help us to move. Calcium is an important mineral that helps our bones to grow. Now, what drink do you have every day at school? Milk, yes. And do you know why you have milk every day? Why? Because it helps your bones. Milk is full of calcium. And because you're children and you're still growing, you need as much calcium as you can get. Because it's the calcium that helps our bones and also our teeth to grow. Our bones can break. Does anybody know what this is, this picture? Have you ever heard of X-ray? Yes. If you go to the hospital and the doctor has to have a look inside your body, he has to take an X-ray. Now, who can guess what bones, what part of the body are these bones from? Arm, correct. And notice, look at this bone here. What's happened? Broken. You can see the bone here in the arm, it's broken. So our bones can break, but then heal. Because the bone tissues are constantly renewed. Yes, all of our body is full of cells that are constantly regenerating. The skin, the hair, and other parts of the tissue of our body, they change. Our bodies are constantly regenerating. You notice how, if you get a cut on your skin, what happens after a few days? Does the cut always stay there, or does the cut get better? The cut gets better because your bodies are regenerating. And the same things happen with your bones. Your bones will break, and it's painful, but then your bones will heal. Our bones are what make up the skeleton of our bodies. Yes, all of our bones put together is called skeleton. And this is a skeleton here. How many bones in a human body? Who can remember?
206.
And 6. Excellent. Shall we count them? No. Well, let's just take a word, 206 bones. And altogether, skeleton. Yes. Now, the next part of the body, we move on from bones, muscles. There are over 600 muscles in our body. And you can see the pink tissue here inside the skin. This is all our muscles. And muscles are everywhere. Muscles are what help our bodies to move. Our muscles enable us to walk, play, see, talk, eat, and everything else. Everything else that we do with our muscles. If we didn't have muscles, our body couldn't move. That's what helps our bodies to move. And also, our muscles protect our vital organs and move blood and food around the body. Yes, here we can see a diagram of our internal organs. Heart, pancreas, stomach, small intestine, lungs, liver, diaphragm, and large intestine. Yes, all of these things are inside our body, but they're protected by layers of muscle. If we didn't have our muscles, these internal organs would be damaged. Now, joints. Our joints are the point at which two bones meet. Yes, if we have two different bones, the point at which they meet and move is called the joint. Who can tell me what part of the body they think this is? Not the leg. Arm. Well done. So we've got the arm bones here. Notice you've got two bones inside your arms called the ulna and the radius. But then, when our arm bones go up here, they reach another bone. And this is called the elbow. Now, all of you now, move your arms up and down. And you see the part of the body that's moving up and down. This is the joint here. That's your joint where your bone is moving. Where your bones can move is called your joint. And we have them in our hands, arms, shoulders, toes, ankles, knees, and hips. Joints are kept together using tissues called ligaments and tendons. Now, don't be confused. Tissue, not the type of tissue we blow our nose with, skin tissue. Yes, our joints move by using pieces of elasticated skin called ligaments and tendons. Here is our knee joint. Yes, and you can see different types of bones. And see these look like pieces of elastic here. These things here that keep the knee joint together are called ligaments. Yes. If you snap your ligaments, it's very painful. I snapped mine playing football, and my knee could not move for 4 months. So try not to snap your ligaments. And then, when we talk about joints, we have 3 types. There are 3 types of joints. Immovable, cannot move. Slightly movable, can move a little bit. And freely movable. So let's look at some examples before we finish. What can we see here? This type of bone, skull. The human skull is an example of immovable joints working together. Everybody now, feel your head. Feel that hard part on top of your head. That's your skull. Can we move our skull? No. Our skull is immovable. That's an immovable joint. The next one, spine. The spine is an example of slightly movable Joints. Working together. Yes. Everybody now, feel their backbone. Feel the little grooves in your back. That's your spine. Now we can move our back side to side and forwards and backwards. Slightly movable. These are joints that are slightly movable. They can move a little bit. And then finally, wholly movable. Our knees, elbows, and shoulders are examples of freely movable joints. Try it now. Your shoulders, your arms, any way you want to move them, you can move them. They can go backwards, forwards, side to side. Freely movable joints allowing the bones to move. And these are all the different types of body parts inside our body. Any questions, guys? Okay, that was excellent. Well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation and also the video so that they can learn more about bones, muscles, and joints and the effect they have on us leading and having a healthy body. Very important, because without them, we can't move. And we're going to demonstrate how now with our stretching sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs, guys. And for this sequence, we'll have a game of Teacher Says. So listen carefully. If teacher says, we can do. If teacher doesn't say, don't do. Okay? So, teacher says, touch your shoulders. Teacher says, touch your knees. Teacher says, hands on head. Touch your toes. Excellent, guys. Teacher says, arms in the air. Arms down. Teacher says, arms down. Teacher says, turn around. Teacher says, turn back the other way. Teacher says, stands on one leg. Legs down. Teacher says, swap legs. Teacher says, swap. 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 Stand up straight. Teacher says, stand up straight. And then teacher says, down into a little ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, jump. Teacher says, jump. Excellent, guys. Teacher says, sit down. It's now time for our worksheet activity. And for this activity, all of our students will need a pair of scissors and a glue stick or some glue. Because what our students need to do is on their worksheet, there are the various parts of a skeleton. And what our students need to do is they need to cut out the parts of the skeleton, and then on another piece of paper that we give them, they have to put the skeleton together in the correct place. And then, with the time remaining, they can design their skeleton. They can colour, or they can add other parts, such as hair and clothes. It's up to them, but the important feature is that our students understand how to correctly assemble a human skeleton. So we're going to give them 20 minutes for this activity, and make sure each student has their own worksheet and spare piece of paper so that they can work together. So, what's the first thing to do with your skeleton paper, guys? Name on top. And then Lakgao, this one's for you. And here's your spare piece of paper too. Your skeleton parts. And this one is for placing your skeleton together. So Bangpon, for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Prao, here's yours. Your skeleton. And then your spare sheet. Down for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Net for you. You're welcome. Nadia for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Pat, here's yours.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Pak Boong,
Thank you.
you're welcome. And Chew, this one's for you. So your skeleton, and then your paper to put your skeleton on. So first thing to do, guys, cut out your skeleton parts. And then, when you're ready, you can begin to assemble your skeleton on the other piece of paper. Then when your skeleton is put together properly, you can design. So first cut, then assemble, and then colour later. No colouring now. The first thing to do is cut out your parts and assemble your skeleton. First thing to do is cut and assemble your skeleton, guys. Not colouring yet. Cut and assemble. If you have time left later, then you can colour. And if you need any help, guys, let me know. So bang on, here's your skeleton. And you can cut out the parts, and then you can begin to assemble your skeleton on your paper. When you have the parts, try and place your skeleton together on your spare paper. And then when your skeleton is correctly assembled, you can design and colour. It'll be interesting to see if you can remember the different parts. Excellent, Nadia. So Nadia, you've got one arm already. Well done. And when you assemble your skeleton, you can assemble it however. You can have your skeleton dancing, running, or however you want it to position it. Excellent, Proud. That's very good. So make sure we can have enough space. So have your head around here. Excellent, Pat. Well done. So Pat's got his legs out straight away. If you can't remember what parts of the skeleton, think of your own body, guys. Head on top, then the body, arms here, and legs. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed their worksheet activity where they had to cut out, assemble, and design their own skeletons. And as you can see here, my students have all did a brilliant job. So we hope you've enjoyed today's lesson and learnt more about the human body, particularly bones, muscles, and joints. And now we know what a human skeleton looks like. So can we all turn to wave and say goodbye, guys? Goodbye. Bye-bye. See you next time.